Now we're started. I was supposed to be ready. But
You know, Brad was just doing the 5, 4, 3.
that
Yeah,
I think is from Wayne's World, but you have just told me is actually how they do it, huh?
oh yeah, it's totally yeah. I mean, I worked in television for ages, for like 8 years, and yeah, we always did that. But it's funny that you said that because we were doing that today. My son was doing a video for his violin group, and we're like, we did the same thing, and he's like, Annabelle, don't count on 2 and 1. You can't count on 2 and 1. I was like, that's absolutely right. Yeah,
Funny.
yeah,
Hey,
it's
just
good.
center yourself just a little bit more to make sure you get in, because when we chop it up, then there we go. Great, great, great.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, I got
So
beautiful sunset. Whoa, I can cover it up with my thumb so you can't see it.
that's all right. Beautiful thumb set.
Very
I
good, very good. Like that.
can't see it, but I can imagine the sunset. It kind of washes
It,
out a little bit.
yeah, watch this. It's pretty much gone. But cheers.
Cheers. Ding. I got Anchor California Lager. I don't know if you ever had that before.
No, no, I've never been a huge Anchor Steam fan, but they are a really good lager. I give
Yeah.
them that. Superior lager for sure. But yeah, I've got another
Huh.
IPA. This is Goose Island. So
Goose
local.
Island. I've heard of that.
Yeah, you probably see 312 beer all over the place. It's a yellow on tap, pretty popular,
Mm.
widely distributed beer. Um, but the IPA is actually pretty good. I'm not a big fan of most of the other beers. So. Oh, you know what? Let me see. My headphone. All
You
right,
coming
a
clear?
little bit.
Coming in
All right,
clear.
cool.
Speaking
Nice.
of beer, I couldn't start the show with you about a half hour ago when you asked, because I had to go pick up beer from Bevmo, and dude, I'm pretty stoked. This is a America moment. I ordered online for store pickup, and I just drove up. I didn't even get out of my car. I opened my trunk with a thing. They put it in the trunk, and I closed the trunk, and they're gone.
That's sweet.
I was like, "This is awesome, dude." So,
That is
I mean, I had
sweet.
to show my ID, right? And
Yeah, right.
I had to sign the receipt. So that was the only kind of hand close to hand transaction there. But I'm pretty
Next
stoked.
time, bring your own pen and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I had gloves, so
Nice,
so,
nice.
and they were
I
wearing
like
gloves
that,
too.
man. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh
thank
yeah,
you,
I would
Bevmo.
expect. Yeah.
Little advertisement for Bevmo. I think they're doing this in all their stores, so take advantage of that, people. Essential services.
We have Benny's here. We don't have Bevmo, but we have Benny's. It's the
Same kind of thing.
the liquor store. But honestly, I'll go to Trader Joe's. They got really reasonable, priced booze. And I just like IPAs. So this one I get at Mariano's. Mariano's is like you know, it's a newer grocery store to Chicagoland in the last 3 years, but it's a little fancier than Safeway. Um, Not maybe something between Safeway and Whole Foods, right? So, uh, but yeah, the best thing about Mariano's is all the baked goods that they have and all the like the stuff in the salad bar. It's all like cleaned out. You go in there and it's just like nothing. You get some fresh made bread. That's about it. But
Ooh, there you go. Good bakery is hard to come by. It's something I love, having a good bakery.
yeah, we got a couple good bakeries in town. And then my favorite bakery is like 30 minutes away. It's a Mexican bakery, and it's in Joliet, and it's just got the best killer donuts, like churros on the weekends that are just
Mm.
awesome. And the Mexican bread's killer. They do a good French bread even, and they do flan, which I love.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, good flan. So
cool. All right. Well, I have a couple things to talk about. You have a couple things to talk about. Why don't you start
yeah,
off?
yeah, just crazy day. Italy is just blown up. The death rates of Italy are awful.
Spain too.
I thought something that I saw today was pretty cool. Watching the press conference and watching Trump and his team talk about the testing, and talking about the shortages of masks, N95 masks. Apparently, there was some issue with the type of mask, whether medical workers could use N95 masks in certain situations, because technically it's not a medical grade mask; it's an industrial grade. So these type of masks that are made for people who, sanding, or doing, construction, even though they're the same thing, we weren't really putting them in the hands of the medical professionals because they were titled or labeled X for a different reason. Mm-hmm. Even though, just particulates are particulates, right? Or right. N95, it's still, the rating was was safe. So, but what I thought was interesting was the testing that they were talking about today was ramping up the testing and creating a do-it-yourself testing drive-through test. So essentially, you get to the drive-through, you're given these basic instructions, and you do the test yourself. Then you put it in a bag, and I'm not sure if you're going to get the results or you pull over and get the results, because there's like a 45-minute wait time, I think, on this, this one, and that they're trying to tighten that up even further. But yeah, so you get the results, and then you throw everything away in a hazard whatever bag, and they don't have to have staff sitting there with PPE suits. So the idea is these drive-through systems have to have staff with PPE suits interacting with the patients if they're actually doing the swab. Oh. And now this is a more, here's a test, go do it yourself,
self-service,
come back when you're ready to test or whatever the next step. Yeah, just totally self-service, which is a great idea. So,
dude, yeah. I like that. Anything. Shit, I would be anything to help with testing, dude. Even if it's less convenient. Yeah. I have relatives. I was just talking to my mom, and she has relatives all over the place, and one of them is in an area where they only have one person infected, and they're like, not a big deal. And I'm paraphrasing. I wasn't on the phone with them, so I don't know what they said, but they're like, right, not concerned about things. They're having their kids who live in another house come over all the time, talk to them, and they're still, so different people have different criteria for taking things seriously, and
yeah,
some people out there still aren't taking it seriously, unfortunately, because people aren't being tested, right? That's part of it.
It's just, do your part. Just, it sucks, but what's a couple of weeks?
Right.
It's not that big of a deal when it's all said and done. It's only a few days. It's not like it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said, we've got neighbors who are right across, they're 15 feet away from us. We go out on our patio and I can say hello to our neighbors. They're on their patio. And, Annabelle was like, "Oh, can I go out and play?" I said, "Well, if you guys can keep your distance and take that seriously, go for a bike ride. The two of you guys can go for a bike ride. You're not right next to each other the whole time. You can't go to the park. The parks are closed. You can't do this. You can't do this. And honestly, no, I don't want you throwing the basketball around in the front, just passing the basketball back and forth. And I know it seems crazy, but I'd like to go, see their, my parents and my in-laws at some point. And that's not going to happen if they're playing with the neighbors' kids. We're just not going to be able to let them go see their grandparents.
Yeah.
So
can you?
Yeah, it's a balance.
I wouldn't trust my kids to play by the rules. I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust myself at that age. So that's just because kids are kids.
Yeah, that's a well said. Yeah. I feel that.
One thing I was going to bring up is that there was the first death of a kid under 18 years old, no pre-existing conditions. So.
That's only in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's only in the U.S.
Oh, geez, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And on top of that, they tested the kid after he died. Post-mortem. And the parents had no idea that the kid died from coronavirus. They had no idea that there was the coronavirus. And they had a funeral and had all the family there. you know, and everybody's probably shaking hands and hugging, and then later the father tested positive for coronavirus. So, I mean,
Where was this?
this was in LA.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, I presume, I don't know the story, but I'm guessing the family maybe doesn't speak English, or
Yeah,
doesn't listen to
jeez.
the news at all, just like in complete seclusion from news. Because I mean, how can you not hear it without turning on
Yeah, right.
any channel? But yeah,
Oh,
so
that's awful.
that's a little bit of a reality check, you know, for anybody that thinks it's just the old people, just preconditioned stuff like that.
Oh man. Yeah, hopefully people are figuring that out. Gotta turn my little sensor on for my light again on my deck. Um, but yeah, we've got about 9 cases in our local hospital where both of my kids were born. So
At the
that's
school?
right down the street. No, at the hospital. So
Okay.
right, both of my children were born, um, at the local hospital right down the street. It's less than 10 minutes away from us. So it's picking up here in Illinois for sure.
Yeah, we got 58 cases in Marin. So
Ooh,
yeah,
jeez.
and that's just people that are getting tested. Because
Not everybody can.
I hear numerous stories of that's Jen in the background.
Yep.
Uh,
Hey, Jen.
people aren't. I hear more people being turned away from
Yeah.
tested. You know.
Well, this was a story I read last night about a guy who tried to get tested twice and ended up finally going back and getting tested, and then he was tested, and now he's in critical condition. It's like, okay, well, that was a 10-day period where he could have gotten tested early on and probably saved his life, or at least reduced the risk that he's putting himself through right now. So it's pretty scary. And you know what? We're looking at Italy right now, seeing that those cases are dropping, which is great. And still, they're having some challenges with some of their, citizens following the rules. But
like the young people here.
Yeah, just like here. We had a guy
beaches in Florida.
County. Oh yeah.
All the spring breakers.
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of them are back and they're sick.
Yeah, and they're gonna just spike the rate up.
Now they're gonna spread it to their families. Oh, did you hear, Marin?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever checked the local news here, but the Marin County beaches over the weekend were like more packed than they have ever been. Like even during holidays in the summer, like everybody went to the beaches over the weekend, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Why?
Why? Oh, sorry.
No,
Oh, I didn't know you were
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, jeez, I think it's like
now we're gonna
go to the beach.
We're not gonna make all this money from our show.
So we can beep it out, right? Isn't there? Just got to get creative with this, sophisticated editing and beep it out now.
Yeah, right.
Or like make a funny noise, not a beep, just like a
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or SpongeBob laugh.
Or one of those.
Yeah, right. On horn.
So, yeah, I was thinking actually, if I can pull this up real quick, I don't know if you had something funny, but I had this. I'll send it to you real quick, and you can share it through the app. Let's see. Should I just put it in Messenger?
Yeah, yeah. Just put it in Skype chat if you can, or wherever. It doesn't matter. Get to it.
All right. So this is it's pretty funny. It is the mayors in Italy, and they're just like pissed off. They're swearing at people, telling people to stay inside, telling people to.
Dude, yeah. All right, here, let me.
It's a funny, Uh-huh. So yeah, you gotta play this one.
Let me make sure, because I don't think I got the sound.
Right.
I'm sure the sound is the good part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's I mean, subtitles. Got to read the subtitles too, so maybe bring it up a little bit. So it's a little closer. Whoa, there's me. Hello.
That's you. Okay, let's take this. Do this.
Solo pubblico.
All right, see if you can expand that.
Deve preparare la festa di laurea. Mandiamo i carabinieri, ma li mandiamo
Oops.
con i lanciafiamme.
Domani di petto, domani, non pensiate tra anni, domani. Non vi posso impedire a me di uscire da casa. Bene, vi impedisco di passare sul suolo pubblico.
Allora rivolgo a voi, ma dove cazzo andate? Dove andate con questi cani?
E poi non è ping-pong. Andiamo.
Go home, play some video games.
In questa città è detto lo faccio rispettare io. Quindi, se ne devi andare a casa adesso, non voglio nessuno. Tutti, dovete stare tutti a casa, devi andare. Non si può stare in mezzo alla strada, non lo vuoi spiegare.
Dude,
Non si può
get on this
fare.
mare. Crash on people, man.
I love it.
This is what I expect of Italians.
A casa.
I love it. Stay the F home.
I parrucchiere che vanno in casa a aggiustare i capelli e bebe, a che cazzo servono? Cioè, ma l'avete capito che tu chiudono? L'avete capito che chi cazzo ti andava a vedere per questi capelli aggiustamento?
Thank you, man. Okay.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
Right.
great, dude.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. You know, the Italian mayors representing. I wish we had some of that here in America. You know,
Yeah.
instead of the very nice. Well, it would be nice if everybody please just stayed inside and do your part and this and that. And these guys are like, "What the fuck is wrong with your dog? You got to walk your dog every 2 minutes. It's got a prostate problem. Like, come on."
It's funny. Yeah, my son's friend went to the skate park, and then a cop pulled up and said, "Hey, you guys are not supposed to be here." And they were like, "Well, we're trying to get some activity. We're kind of cooped up." And he's like, "All right, you can hang out here for an hour and a half, then you got to go home." And then he leaves, and he doesn't come back, and the kids stay there for 4 hours.
Of course they do.
Yeah, right? Totally. So, I mean,
What's 10 minutes versus an hour and a half? I mean, what's the difference?
right, totally. Like, that has anything to do with it, yeah.
Don't touch each other's skateboards, and
Yeah, right, exactly.
no grinding on the handrails.
Yeah, wash the handrail after you grind.
That's right. That's it. Jeez. I haven't eaten anything. I didn't
Ooh,
take
those are the
for that.
empanadas, huh? Is that the empanada?
That's the number 2 empanada. Yeah, it's different filling.
Yes, that
But-
crunchiness sounds good.
Really good. Really good. I haven't eaten anything since like noon, so I just realized it's 7:30 and I'm a little lightheaded drinking my beer. Going, what's going on?
Give me some food. Yeah, I hear ya. Let's see what. Oh, one other thing I was going to talk about is we're now at 475K cases in the world.
Yep.
We were at 375K 2 days ago, and 3
Yep.
days before that we were at 275K. So if things continue, we should be putting on about 100,000 new cases every day starting tomorrow. Fuzzy math, but
Yeah, it's
trajectory.
and the rest of the world is really starting to catch up and getting into those, triple, quadruple digits, the hundreds and thousands now. New York is obviously, blowing up. It's awful. Washington State. So I don't know, man. Hopefully we're all going to continue to do what we're doing. There's a little bit of stir craziness for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
This has been a tough week for work for me. Just hard to focus.
Yeah, you know what's
That's where I'm at.
so you're in the travel industry, you deal with buses. When I had gone out and picked up the thing from Bevmo, I came back and I saw a bus stop at a bus stop. The bus driver get out. He had a mask on, goggles, and he had like seat pads for everybody that was getting on the bus.
Really?
Yeah, so that is Hey, man, that's good. These are all good things, you know.
Mhm.
So hopefully there's no circulated air going on. Hopefully the windows are open. I don't know what the best thing is there, but you know, if there's someone that's got to take the bus to get to the hospital or whatever, hey, at least the driver's got a mask and goggles on. At least they have
Yeah.
seat pads, which I'm sure they're spraying down or something like that. You know.
Yeah, our partners, we do this. There's a thorough cleaning process that needs to happen. The pads and the masks, and encouraging other passengers to wear masks as well. So that's good, man. That's good to see, and hopefully we'll see more of it out here in the Midwest. It's a little bit more challenging from the busing standpoint because a lot of states right now we can't cross borders on, so we can't go from Pennsylvania to Ohio, for example, in a bus. It's just the states won't allow it right now. So.
Oh, you mean just because of the lockdown?
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy.
There's my puppy here. Gonna say hello.
Is that Peanut?
Say hello, Peanut.
Hey,
Say
Peanut.
Hello.
Hey, Peanut.
You want some of my empanada, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You can't have any. Sorry.
Giving you the
So
stare.
yeah, I can see a little bit more of the sunset there.
Hey, that's
pretty
cool. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
We're lucky. I don't get the ocean, man, but Midwestern sunsets are beautiful. We'll take them.
Yeah. When I went to go pick up the stuff, I realized I had not walked out of my house in like 7 days, and I'm usually a windows up, heater on kind of dude because I kind of run cold, and I was like, I need these windows down, dude. I need some air in my face. You know, I was just like.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, it's been too long, and I didn't realize that until I'd gone outside. So.
Yeah, I get
people walking their dogs next to each other, people all over the place. I'm like, seriously, people? I'm gonna start blaring that Italian Twitter video at people.
I love that, man. I love the fiery, angry mayors. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The kids went. I took the bikes. We did the garage, a little bit. Started a project. Now we've got another project for the garage tomorrow because it's just not done. It's gonna take a couple days to knock it out.
Yeah.
But so got the bikes, filled up the tires. Actually had my son fill up tires and fixed all the seats and got them all adjusted since they've been haven't been around for the winter. So my daughter's probably grown 3 inches.
Looking big the other day.
So they
tall.
Yeah, right. So they did. Like 3 or 4 laps around the block, which was good.
Good.
Go out and get some some exercise. And Peanut, hung outside today for a while and barked at some huge dog that would have ate him. When he ran by, he was in the front yard out without a leash. He kind of hangs out. He's pretty good like that. So this dog walks by. They're walking the dog, and I started barking. I was like, "Why are you barking at that dog? He will eat you."
Right.
Like literally, a dog is like 5 times the size of you. So that was nice to see some neighbors that we haven't seen because those guys were walking their dog pretty far. I think they're from half a mile over. So
Okay.
like, all right, hey, how you doing? Far enough away to be like, hey.
Yeah, right. Yelling at each other.
Everybody's keep walking.
Yeah. Oh man, you're making me hungry.
I'm starving. I'm feeling better now. No.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. I didn't have a whole thing planned, so that was the main things I wanted to hit. Obviously, things are still moving. Rates still increasing.
Yeah, I think just hold our breath, man, and really hope that the next 2 weeks aren't as bad as they mathematically could be.
Yeah. Agreed.
Lots of math going out there, lots of numbers. Let's just hope that what we're doing is going to work and a bunch of outliers aren't going to change the curve and, keep it from flattening, But what I am seeing is school's not happening. I mean, we got school basically postponed until the April 20th now.
Yeah, it's got postponed to May 4th today.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, and it could be pushed again. My gut tells me it'll be pushed even farther.
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah.
So, hang in there, everybody. You guys.
Yep. Stay safe.
Have a good evening. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers to all the medical workers out there, and
Yeah, totally. Big props. Big props.
thoughts and prayers to all the ones who've lost their loved ones, and we'll hope everybody stays safe.
Yeah.
Does their best to keep on grinding.
Yeah.
In this
contract, work together to defeat this.
That's it, man.
All right. Cool.
All right, everybody.
Signing
Be
off.
safe out there. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.